So, um, there's a difference between conforming and doing it to just be like other people to fit in, and doing things the right way, which is how other people are doing them. If you do whatever behavior, habit, because that's the right way to do it and that's how everyone was taught, then do that. But a lot of the time, things were brought up or told to do a certain way is not helpful or beneficial to us. So, unfortunately, if you think like, I don't know, usually the best way to do something is a way that no one is doing that activity in. Now, like if you, if you now also, here's another thing. So, your observations matter. So, if you see my eyebrow and you say, damn, that Asian dude has a bushy eyebrow, but you don't see that there's gaps, small gaps in between each hair, like here, it's not all bushy, like dense. So I have big eyebrows, they're big, but they're not dense. So if you make observations without having attention to detail and knowing these discrepancies and peculiarities, the nuances, the fine details, when people often talk or write, they don't factor these things in. So they might see it and subconsciously they register it, but they're not consciously aware of what is going on. Girls who go out and have sex are doing the wrong thing. There's a difference between, getting your body count up and girls who just do it because it's fun. If you're just doing it because it's fun, you could just get a dildo. You don't need to have sex. Plenty of guys are virgins and they don't have sex. Hot guys, ugly guys, average looking guys, they just stroke with their hand. So girls who they have like an ego, oh, I've had sex with so many guys, why would I have sex with you? Well, guys can say, oh, I showed my meat to so many hot chicks in pornos, why would I have sex with you when I could just watch this free porn on my computer? Like, there's a bit of a double standard to it. Like, now, if you, if you have kids, one kid might be different from the other kid. They might not be the same. The reason is because you treat them differently. If right now you had sex, 9 months later, you give birth to twins. Both twins are gonna end up being exactly the same. The experiences they have in school or wherever won't affect them. It's based on how you teach them. That's everything they know from the start. From the start, they're 2 years old. They can start talking, they can start listening. Unfortunately, a lot of parents can't raise 2 identical kids. Why is that? You know why? It's because one kid maybe they favor, maybe one kid was born earlier, the parents weren't as prepared. There are, in rare cases, kids who grow up very similar, usually in white households. Doesn't matter the gender, son, daughter, son, daughter, daughter, doesn't matter. In some rare cases, they end up similar. But a lot of the time, kids where, especially between boys, one boy ends up very different from the other brother is a mistake on the parents' part. And it doesn't have to do with friends at school, kids at school. When you feed them the same things, say the same things to them, do the same things to them with them, they'll turn out the same. So, I could even have sex with a girl right now, 9 months later, have twins, and what's gonna happen? Twins doesn't mean they look the same. Twins just means they're born at the same time. That's what twins means. Identical twins is when they look the same. Now, you don't, want to, you don't want to, you don't want to, use, hey, Agent Jefferson. So, I'm just teaching more stuff. So, you don't want to, use eye drops. You want to use, eye rinse. And, a lot of people can handle wind in their eyes. But if there's a lot of wind, it can dry out your eyes. Like a whole shit ton of wind. Now, why are you sad? I didn't say I'm sad. I said I'm teaching stuff. So, no, that's just my face, bro. When I'm all zoomed in, that's what it looks like. This is just my face. I'm very serious, so, like, some people, the normal resting position of their mouth is like this. You see the difference? Some people with their face, some white people and like Hispanic people, Black and Asian people, not necessarily. Anyway, when your eyes get very dry, you can start using eye rinse. And eye rinse completely changes your eyes. It makes your eyes start holding more moisture. And once you start doing that, it can be very helpful. If you want to reach the point like where I'm at now, where I never use eye drops, eye rinse, what I do, I'll take a spoon, wet it in some clean water, and I'll put it up to my eyes and rub it around. A clean spoon, clean water. That's what I do if my eyes get dry or I want to clean my eyes. Drop in like 1, 2, 3 drops into each eye. That's nothing for me. So, my eyes naturally produce moisture every day. Every time I yawn, my eyes fill up with tears. So that's a good thing about using a lot of eye rinse. And then what you want to do, okay, I understand, okay. What you want to do though is, you want to start off slow with the drops. Then when your eyes get really dry, use the rinse, and then start doing more rinse. But don't put too much in your eyes at one time, because one of my eyes, my left eye, is too moist. My right eye is too dry. But they're both moist. It's complicated. Yeah, Asian people have, a very, mean looking face. Cause you're a guy, gotta go, I need to clean the house, but nice connect, bro. Okay, but to a guy, it does look sad. Cause if you were attracted to me, you wouldn't care. If you were a girl and you liked me, if I saw a really hot, cute girl frowning or crying, I wouldn't care. I would never say, "Oh, you look sad." I would say, "No, you look fine." Now, so, the point of, editing your YouTube videos or whatever, videos on social media, is so that you can get more views, you can get more likes, you can get more followers. But each of those things is a different thing. Views, likes, comments, reposts, favorites are completely different from followers. So, if your goal, you already have enough followers, subscribers, if your goal is to just get more views, then edit as much as you want. But if you want followers, I can tell you that followers, let's imagine strength training. If I want stronger arms, how much size do I need? Cause my arms are small. So do I want big arms or strong arms? How much editing and views, viral views, videos and likes and reposts and retweets and favorites and quotes? How many is it gonna take? Cause followers comes from interacting with other people, right? Because a view could just be a view, a like could just be a like, but people are almost pussyfooting around, afraid to follow, subscribe. There's beautiful, beautiful girls who have no followers. There's much cooler people out there without followers. So a view is I found you. A follower is I follow you. So one more view says I watched and it was good. I'll leave a like, I'll leave a comment. Now, let's say you have 1,000 followers. You can easily get 1,000 views on a video. So the 1,000 followers means more. Now, the question is, should you edit if you already have the followers? Well, editing and posting better content are two different things. So, you can make a video and put in it that you could just talk, you could do minimal editing and just talk. The effect and all of that stuff actually takes away from your character development. So when someone sees your YouTube channel for the first time and they're blown, they're thrown at with all these effects and animations and graphics and transitions and visuals and sounds, audio effects, flashy lights, colors, all the dynamics. It loses touch with the creator behind the video. So you're not connecting yourself up with your audience. The people who name to face, voice recognition, name recognition, you have an intro, an outro, that's more of the standard YouTuber setup. You want to make it as easy as possible for people to like you. Even if you're the most terrible person out there, if I can create a feeling that, you're my friend, I'm your friend, that's good. That's why there's people, live streamers, they read chat messages out loud and they don't say anything else. They just read everything out loud. They don't respond. They don't, responding too much is almost never a bad thing. Because they're chatting because they want to talk to you. I am here teaching stuff, so I really shouldn't be talking too much with one single person in my stream here on IG. But if I wanted to grow, that's what I would do. I would make strong connections with individual viewers. You can't do that through the YouTube upload that's pre-edited, pre-recorded. But what you can do, you can talk during the video and show your face, record something funny, talk to your viewers like they're your friends, your good friends, who you've known for a long time. If you want discoverability, editing is a great way to do that. But it'll give you discoverability and traffic in the forms of views, likes, comments, followers is when, hey, here's my account, follow me, I'll follow you back. Even though follow for follow is bad, you should do it. You should give other people support, not just in order for them to follow you back. You want to support other people, get into this groove of networking. That's networking. But don't just follow thousands of accounts and not make posts. So it's a balance. Now, So, I want to talk to you about something else, you guys. In the Instagram video, someone's here watching the live, but the video will potentially get viewers, depending on how it goes. But, I recently come to the realization that, let's say, that I am a terrible person. But you know how many terrible people there are out there? There's a lot. So, I want you to forget everything you know. Instead, a request. You took away the request. Instead, think that if someone is terrible, first, what do people think of them? Do they also think they're terrible? You know they're terrible. Someone has to know. But what does everyone else around them think? And if someone is so good, does everyone else in their life think they're so good? So think about this. This is deep into perception. I want you to think about, if I am one way, what things do people think about me? If I was a really beautiful girl and I had a nice chest, a nice rumpus, you know, it's useful to know, oh, what does this boy think about my chest? That boy think about my chest. So, unfortunately, some things are hard to tell for people to think about. So, if I were looking for a good person and I picked me, then that's good. I'm a good person. I am a good person. But if I am looking for a good person and I pick someone who's average or someone who's a bad person, then, you know, you want to make it easy for people to read you if you're a good person. And if you're a bad person, you want to make it as hard as possible for people to see through you. But, that means you're aware that you're bad or good, and you're hiding or revealing it overtly on purpose. Now, this is not to scare anyone, but most people are bad, because in order to say that you're good, you have to say no bad So neutral or in the positive. And if you were all neutral, automatically you'd be good. Because it's impossible to be neutral in every single character trait and aspect of you. So you'd at least have one in the positive. So you'd be good. So having a lot of bads in the bad traits is not good. It's kind of cold here. Let me move. There's a fan. It's making that noise. Oh yeah, I moved this table earlier before I went live. Let's move it better. I want sausage. I want sausage, man. So I have phone here. Phone here. So, So, for, but I shouldn't do that. That's my feet shake. It's gonna shake the table, shake the whole room. It's gonna shake the whole house. I have tremors. It's always shaking happen. So, the last thing in this IG video that I'm gonna share with you is gonna be, it's gonna be in the form of a story time, and I'm gonna wait maybe a little bit and then I'll analyze the story, but this is gonna be a made up story, so this is not real. So, it has to be a girl, because that's how we're gonna pull more existential learning from experiences from it, because I talk too much about guy stuff. So, a young girl goes with her dad to the pool. The dad leaves. The girl is at the pool all day. She sees a lot of stuff. Young girl, teenage girl, blonde, nice chest, and she's there hanging out at the pool. Over the course of her stay at the pool, she finds herself attracted to some boys, and she approaches them. She doesn't swim much, she just plays around the water. And one boy in particular confronts her So here where the story ends. So the story ends where she goes home and she gets one of the boys' phone numbers, and years later it turns out that they meet up and they have sex, and the girl doesn't get pregnant, but that's it, just casual hook up, have quick sex one time, and that's it. So I want to present to you this story with a question in mind, which is, if that story just meant nothing to you, why is that? That the girl went to the pool, met a guy, got his phone number, had sex, and that's it. If that story, if there is no significance to you, then why is that? Because that story has a whole lot of shit ton of meaning for me. First of all, that means, why did the dad take her to the pool? And she did nothing all day, and then she just talked to one dude. Was the dude hot? What did the dude say to her? The story leaves out details. In a book, that story would have taken an entire 2 chapters. So, let me tell you something else. That story is rare. That is a rare story. That doesn't happen often. And, the girl, has to be a loser, because why would an attractive blonde girl go to the pool all day with nothing planned? She didn't bring any friends, and she got a guy she didn't know to like her, and then she agreed to have sex, meet up and have sex later. So, almost nothing about that story is realistic, okay? That's the beauty of this existential simulation. So think about this. Do you think that girls who are promiscuous are also more vulnerable? Or would you say more seeking of promiscuity? Like, is a smart person seeking out things to analyze, things to study, things to learn? Or is a smart person smart but they're lazy? So think about these things. I'm gonna come back to them probably in another IG review. I gotta end this one because it's been too long. This is going up on my YouTube.